Howdy, Possum Patty here, and little TT too, but she's not happy with me because I did not bring the treats in today. I'll give you a treat in a little while. She's not even talking to me. It's Tuesday, time to take out the trash. Come on along. This is my big trashy that I started a while ago. And it's starting to be fun to play with because the more trash you get into the journal, the more fun it is to play in. And now it's getting a little chunky, not too bad. But as I flip through it, it's just getting more bright, more colorful, more interesting. There's just more things in there to see and to do. And when I say do, I mean there's pockets you can pull things out of and tags that come out the top and things like that. So it's very interactive and very entertaining. And this is the new trashy I started the other day because I just had so much trash I didn't know what to do besides start another one. So this one's kind of plain. I did sew in some signatures and there's some envelopes and bags and things in there. But this needs a lot of trash added to it. Yes, it does. And then I have my little trashies. I have my Papa Possum trashy. And I have my Mama Possum trashy. And I have my Baby Possum mini trashy. So this is my mini trashy possum family. And I have special little trash for these. So the family of hashtag Trash Trash Tuesday is growing. And now Kristina down at the shack, she used that hashtag too. And I use it, and also Heather C at Crafter's Alley with Heather C. So I will link them below. And if you want to join us for this trashy true junk journal, just have some fun, save some junk mail, save some bright colored packaging. Maybe you have some leftover scraps from other, projects going on. Instead of throwing them in the trash, throw them in the corner of your table or throw them in a bucket or throw them in a bag. Just save them. And then once a week, get out your trashy, your true trash journal and do collaging. Just stick things in, have fun, glue, staple, double-sided tape, sew, paint, color. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're in the mood for, have fun with your trash. So let's get over to the table and get some more fun things into those trashies. I'm just going to start with the big old trashy, the big trashy, the older trashy, which was originally made with a bunch of bags, but then I went and added sections of envelopes and things. And I do have 2 bags of trash sitting on the floor, but I'm going to start with today's trash. Got this really fun postcard from the post office. It's got a couple snowmen on there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but maybe for right now I'll just stick it somewhere and come back to it at another time. So I think I'll just find an empty pocket or envelope. Just stick this in. Here's an empty bag. And for right now, I'm just going to stick it in there. And someday I may pull it out and add something to it. And this also came in the mail today. And this is really funny because I was grabbing some of the Halloween stuff to put away because I'm going to move into my November journal. And I had bought this spooky sticker face book, and I think I bought this last year. And look, it's got the eyes and the mouth, and these are really cute too. But look, this guy didn't have a face. I wonder if these are too big for him. But I could cut him out and give him some eyes, some fun eyes. And there's some skulls over there. Okay, now when you do a trashy, you really don't have to think about it too much. Oh, this has got green ears. You don't have to really plan anything. I think these eyes will fit. Sure, why not? I give them two different eyes. Let's see. Here's an eyeball here. I don't know what this goes with. But it's a different color eye. Yep. Like that. Okay, we got eyebrows here. We got some purple eyebrows. Now you can think and plan out your trashy. You can do whatever you want in your trashy. If you want to make it neat, if you want to make it colorful, if you want to make it grungy, if you want to make it playful. What on here looks like a nose? Are these noses? Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Oh, there's little tiny eyeballs there. Fangs, we got fangs. Got lips with fangs. Oh, I could have given him a jack-o'-lantern face. Look at that. There's a rat. What's a nose? There's a leaf. Are these noses here? Well, I guess they're a nose, yeah, because that's what he has as a nose. And what I thought were eyebrows, those are noses. Isn't that funny? Okay. Yeah, so what am I going to give him for a nose? Let's see. I give him a big green nose, a big green schnoz. That's a little too big for his face. Okay. Let's see now. He's got a wart on his nose. What if I make his nose smaller? I have no idea what I'm doing. What if I cut this part off? I'm not even sure that looks like a nose. We got green lips, we got purple lips. Kind of like this one. Okay, is that goofy enough? Maybe I will cut him out. The whole idea is just to have a play. Just to have a play. So he'll fit on the page. And I can do that have you heard. I can cut that out, stick that on somewhere. Lots of cold weather across the country. I know I talk about the weather a lot. My father was a weatherman for a while at the Stanford Museum and Nature Center in Stamford, Connecticut, for a local radio station. He'd get up every morning. Of course, they didn't have all those, you know, no internet, no apps, no none of that stuff to go by. So what he did was he got up very early in the morning and listened to broadcast, some kind of broadcast, weather broadcast. Department of Oceanic and Atmospheric, whatever. Not too many big pages in here, are there? That one one's a fold out, but that's got something on it. Yeah, I got a lot of those little bags in here. And then I've got these big ones at the back. You are loved. I really didn't want to cover that up. So these are made with the jelly plate printed envelopes, junk mail envelopes. So I used all these little tiny things. So this is kind of big. I can cut his elbow off, I guess. I'll put it like this. So got up early in the morning and he listened to the weather forecast on the radio, the national station. And then he would go to the museum, and he had a weather station at the museum, the old-fashioned kind that were like in a white booth with the louver doors that had all the instruments in it. And he would read the instruments, and then he would go on the radio and give the weather forecast. And then after he stopped doing it, his friends did it for a while, and I don't know who took it up after that. But I thought that was very cool that he was the weatherman. I think I have one picture of him, and that was from the, I think it was the brochure from the museum. A picture of his weather station. Let me see if I can find that. And here he is at the weather station. WSTC, I guess Stanford. And you can see all the old-fashioned equipment there. My goodness. And the old-fashioned microphone. And I got an analog clock on the wall. Yeah, that's him giving the weather. And you can see there's soundproofing on the walls. And there was a window at the museum, so you can walk up to the window and watch whoever was in the booth on the radio. Pretty cool. So a lot of times I get up early in the morning and I go over there with them, watch them do the weather forecast. But I quickly became interested in the nature center and would wander off, and yeah, became good friends with the guy who was running the nature center at the time, and you know, let me milk the cow. Nature center kind of had, it was farm animals and local wildlife, you know, that had to be in rehab for some reason, and they had seals, which were not local, but other than the seals, and they had a buffalo, but I guess at one point in time, buffalo were native to part of Connecticut many years ago. And yeah, so then I got older, I started spending my school vacations volunteering at that nature center. I learned a lot from doing that. But never lost interest in the weather. I put the beacon glue on this because this is a very heavy mailer. So I'm hoping that holds it down. I feel like I want to put nostrils on that guy's nose. Can I fit Have You Heard on there? Oh, I was telling a story the other day and somebody reminded me. I'm sorry, the camera shut off and I lost the end of my bagel story. This was Veterans Day, we were in gridlock at the shopping center, and it was crazier than Christmas, let me tell you. Everybody was out shopping. I could cut these letters. And I think the story was, we're coming in straight towards the stores, and we're just stopped dead. So here we go again. Let's see if I can explain it before the camera shuts off again. So we were coming in this way. The stores were over here. We were about 2 or 3 cars back from turning and going to, the lane that runs right in front of the stores. And Mr. Possum says, well, why don't you hop out and go in the store, and he'll go, find a parking place, and he'll call me and let me know where he parked. It's because I wanted to run in and get some gluten-free bagels and my vegan cream cheese. So I said, okay, and I hopped out of the car, and I carefully went between the cars, ran into Trader Joe's, ran around the store. I knew where everything was, grabbed a couple bags of bagels, grabbed my vegan cream cheese, and went through the cashier. The cashier had just come in from outside. I said, it's crazy out there, it's a gridlock. He said, he knew that. He had just come in from bringing in the carts, the shopping carts. And he said, yeah, it's crazy out there, man. So I told him that I had hopped out of the car, and that, my husband was in the traffic jam there, and I was going to run back outside and meet up with him. And so he had moved up 2 cars and come across 3 cars. So when I came out the door of Trader Joe's, he was right there. So he did not get very far. He did not even get to park. Not at all. So I really smoothed that up. So now we're both sitting in the car, and we're stuck in the gridlock, but we decided we would make a right-hand turn and go back into the parking lot and make our way over to the restaurant where Mr. Possum could enjoy his Veterans Day free lunch at Olive Garden. That's kind of like a yearly thing. Well, we're going to go back on another day because we didn't give ourselves a whole lot of time that day to do shopping and stuff. We had already gone to Kohl's to pick up some stuff. And there was a Michael's and a Dollar Tree by the Trader Joe's, and a Party City, and a couple of other stores I would have liked to have gone in. So Mr. Possum said we'll just have to go back another day because we already spent too much time at the other store. It was getting late. Traffic was bad. So that's the end of that story. He never got to a parking place. It was in and out. I even grabbed a box of cookies. Trader Joe's gluten-free sandwich cookies. Okay, where's my pen that writes on almost everything? Let's just go that way. Does that make it look more like a nose? I mean, it looks like a pickle to me. Let's give him some freckles. Now, that's going to take a while to dry, so I can't turn the page. But that's okay, because I have another Trashy. I don't know. I feel like I need to define the wart on his nose. I'm going to connect that to his eyebrow like that. I don't know, it looks like a pickle on his face to me. You know, I could have cut out a picture of a pickle and put it on there. Yeah, these are popping up. I used the good glue. So that's my weather story. It's cold. The coldest morning yet, I think, was this morning. The hills are going to see some snow, but a lot of people are seeing snow up in New England. A lot of people got the cold way down to the south. Oh, Sharon over at Connections of Lives and Interests, taking some pictures of the clouds the other day. So I told her about the Cloud Appreciation Society. Okay, we'll let the glazed pen dry. So I put that on the floor. I'm good at throwing things on the floor. Where's the other journal? There it is. So this one I just made the other day because Mr. Possum handed me this Drake's Coffee Cake box. And I said, I have to make a journal out of it. And I used this pretty paper here, and this was leftover paper. I don't know, I was just grabbing stuff out of the trash bag there. Envelopes and advertisements, and even got some coloring sheets so I can color in here. Those are from Dolores. Thank you, Dolores. She always says, did I hear you call my name? Dolores J. Rosh. If you'd like to go visit her channel. She does journaling, but I don't know if she's made a trashy. She's doing a collections journal. And I have an envelope of stuff to send her, and I haven't sent it yet. I'm sorry, Dolores, but it's sitting over there. I'm terrible about sending things out. So there's really not much in here at all. So what can I put in here? How am I going to do this? My goodness, I've got a lot of stuff. Oh, it fell on the floor. Oh, that came out of the other journal. I'll put that over there for now. Oh, this is sitting over there. This was off Mr. Possum's cup of coffee the other day. Dunkin' Donuts. I said the donut looked like a little snowman. I thought that was cute. And this is nice. These are pretty good. Nature's Path Organic, gluten-free, vegan, excellent source of omega-3. pumpkin spice waffles. Yeah, these are pretty tasty. And I put cream cheese on them. I didn't put pumpkin seeds, but I put cream cheese, and then I put sprinkled a little cinnamon sugar on top of the cream cheese, and just ate it like that. I didn't use any butter or syrup, just some vegan cream cheese and some cinnamon sugar. So I have to cut it down so it fits in here, so I'm just looking here. How can I do this? Like, this would be fun to cover here. I like those words pumpkin spice, but I like that pumpkin. I don't know. I'll do something with it. Trim the seam off. I could glue it down better. You can die cut your trashy. I've done a lot of die cutting with my trash because I love the colors on packaging. Now these companies spend millions of dollars designing these packages just so we have this gorgeous trash to play with. Yes, they do. I'm still wondering how I can do this. I know, I'm thinking too much. It's just that I want to use this and I want to fit it in here. I'm determined to get this in here. So, if I cut it there, I'm just going to start slicing and dicing this thing. Okay, I want the word pumpkin spice. And I want that pumpkin. So, I did it. So if I cut that right above omega-3, this will work right above omega-3. Like that. Yay! She did it. I'm still in the pumpkin mood. I bought some of the bagels that I got at Trader Joe's were pumpkin spice bagels. Pumpkin bagels. They had pumpkin in them and pumpkin spices in them. See, what am I gluing this to? I don't know what's gonna... I could make it a pocket, huh? Let's see. Do I want it to be a pocket? I can make it a pocket. Like that. Okay, it's a little big. No, it's not. It's perfect. I was looking at that line right there. So I did try double-sided tape in this, and it didn't work very well. So I'm going to try it again, and maybe add just a little extra glue to it. But I think the part I put it on was just too thick for it to hold down. I wound up putting a staple in it. I don't know what Trashy that one's in. It's one of these Trashies. One of these Trashies. It seems like I don't get much done when I work on this one, although obviously I've done stuff. Because this goes against my nature of doing a page and finishing a page and then going on to the next page. Where in this one, you can just put a little here, a little there, and eventually it builds up. Eventually it builds up, and that's why the more you do, the more fun it is. Oh, talking about family stories. Now, this gentleman, his name was, he's passed. Bernie Powell was a friend of my father's, and he was a naturalist. My first encounter with a naturalist, and he actually wrote a book about my family. And he had it published on his website. And so I downloaded the story. I don't think he ever got it copyrighted. I can look into that. I don't think it's copyrighted. Anyway, I don't think he would mind if I read it. Because I'm in it. I'm in it. I have every right to read that story to you. If I want to. So I know I just put double-sided tape, but I'm just putting a little of this in the corner. Because I'm crazy. I'm goo crazy. So I was thinking, I'm going to start doing some diamond painting. I'm doing a review for a company that reached out to me. And you know how slow I am at doing everything. So I was thinking, well, what can I talk about while I'm diamond painting? And I was like, oh, well, I can diamond paint and then voice over the story chapter by chapter. And then I was thinking, well, I have my doodle book. And I can paint, or I can doodle, or when I have the paint set, paint by number set, that I'm reviewing for another company, and I could work on that So while I'm making art, I can voice over the story. And if you don't want to hear the story, you can just put on some lovely music. Yeah, so if you want to listen to the story, the only thing is that parts of the story, I think, are a stretch of the imagination, and parts of the story I know are not true because I just found this in the trash, and this is left over. I did use some of that in this book, didn't I? Already. I thought I did. Yeah, I used a purple one. Well, I just found an orange one. So how can I get this one in here? Yeah, so some parts are just not true. Some parts of the story, unless I, put little footnotes in, because it says my mother was born in the hills of Tennessee or somewhere, and she was born in Manhattan, New York. I mean, you couldn't get any further from the truth there. And I know that for a fact. Yes, I do. So it may require some footnotes. I can certainly do that. Oh, TT's back in here now. I gave her some treats, so now she's forgiven me. Now she wants to cuddle with my attention. I'm just going to put this on here because it's left over from a project and will probably never get used. And I think it'll be a fun background. Maybe I'll even cut out another pumpkin from that waffle box and put that on there. This is paper. I'm just going to use this. But I didn't have it laying on its side, so. Or maybe she's culling because she wants some more treats. So that's one idea of stuff coming up. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I finished my I Love You Grandma. Was that yesterday's video? Yeah, made signatures. Sewing in the signatures. That's what I did. Sewing in the signatures. But today's Tuesday, and I'm in the mood to work on this because trash is piling up, and I got fun trash today. Tomorrow, I will probably put a new signature in my November Grateful Journal. And then I may find some stuff to actually journal in my Grandma Journal and in my November Journal. Okay, I was going to put it at the edge here. And then have that little white bit showing over there. I decided not to make another pocket. That this will just be a background. Is it that crooked? Did I put it on there that crooked? Oh, her nose is cold. Wow. No, don't climb in my face. I'm sorry, it's always a ordeal. It's like having a 2-year-old in your lap while you're trying to work. Oh, and I didn't even notice that. I'm sorry, I hit the camera. Oh, this orange here. Oh, this orange is calling for another pumpkin, isn't it? Why do I like the words pumpkin spice? I don't know. Let's see. Maybe on this one I'll put the waffle on the plate. Did you eat pumpkin seeds when you were a kid? Did your mom take them and salt them and bake them in the oven? remember you could buy them in like a little candy box for like a nickel. You can get a box of salted pumpkin seeds, and they had that white salt on them. Oh, you know what? This could be a tuck, couldn't it? Show some of that paper there. Or this could be a flap. Look, it's got a little flap on there. I didn't even notice that. Oh my goodness, don't be a pest. She's just climbing up all over me. I don't know if I can get that to stay down though. I think I'll get rid of that. It's not in my paper engineering for today. So I'm not even going to bother with the double-sided sticky tape. All right, she jumped down. She's investigating all the trash I threw on the floor. That'll keep her busy for a few minutes. It's just when I do this, I can't believe how little I get done. I mean, am I making progress? I guess I am. I should probably just do it more often, I guess. But there's no rush. No rhyme, no reason, no rush. The 3 R's. Did I just smooth glue? Yes, I did. I have to go find my paper towels, because they're not on the table. I'm going to wipe some of this so it doesn't blob when I turn the page. Sometimes when you rub the glue off like that, you're rubbing the paint off the background though. See a big blob of glue there. Well, I can let this dry and move on to something else. The advantages of having Trashy. Well, I won't keep you here too much longer. But I like that. So I got that done. That added some color. And I got a pocket on this side and a tuck on this side. And that really needs to dry on there. I didn't do anything else in this one, did I? No, I did. Oh, yes, I did. I put that on there. But right now, it's just pretty boring because it's one that I just started. All right, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Where's the minis? Mini. I've got minis. Now, the mini trash is a whole separate thing. Lots of mini trash here. Ooh. You know what? This may be perfect for here. So if I don't do anything else, I can get this in here. So that would be awesome. Tootsie Roll Pop. Ooh, yeah. Right there. Makes a nice edge for that. Right against the black. I'm just going to stick it over there. Well, maybe you can get out some trash and make a Trashy. Pretty easy to make. You can make it hand sewn, machine sewn. No sewing. Just make it travel style. Make it mini. Make it big. Make it medium. Upcycle some of that garbage. There's too much in the landfills anyway. Although it is my belief, I used to tell this to my students, that all that trash in the landfills, one of these days, is going to be a valuable source of energy. You know, like Back to the Future, where he goes to the future and comes back with his, what kind of car is that? Lotus? Yeah, and he just puts garbage in the gas tank and it runs on garbage. Somehow that's going to come true. Somehow, maybe not exactly like that, but some kind of converter where you just throw in the trash. Oh, you know what? There was a little set of eyeballs, wasn't there? Okay, what'd I do with that? What did I do with that? Should we give the donut snowman some eyeballs from the Halloween book? Look, see. Look at those little tiny eyeballs right there. Aw, there you go. Now you can see. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we'll let that dry. Throw that on the floor with the other ones. Let's put something in this one. Okay. Pull out something else. What do I got over here? I had a couple of things that I threw in the corner of the desk. Oh, this was from, this might be too big for that. Might have to go in the other journal. I'll put it in my little box. What else do I got here? Got some little scraps of stuff in my little scrap pile. Oh, now this was fascinating me. I just noticed that on some of the cookie boxes and some other things, the UPC symbols are now in shapes. So this is cookies, so it's a mixer, and it's scrambling the numbers down here, which I thought was really funny. So this may be a good size to go into something. Now this one is the oldest one, and it has a collaged cover. Oh, I see my little bunny's falling off. Oh, should I give her some glue? Yeah, trashies get thrown around quite a bit. I guess I could seal the cover in with something. I'm going to be buying something to seal in my diamond painting because it's on the cover of a journal, and I know it's going to have to get sealed in. So I might be able to seal some of these covers too. The idea was to make a dangle, and all I had was a razor blade thing. So I'll have to look around for some more things to put on here. I do have junk, but gotta find something that'll fit on a dangle. Oh, this is funny. I was talking about I had the pill cam test. This is the pill cam. Oops. That's the size that it is. It's about the size, I'd say it's a little bigger than a prenatal vitamin. Yeah, that's the camera and you swallow it. And it sends pictures to this equipment that you wear over your shoulder. It was actually a lot easier to swallow than you would imagine. And give you some water. It went down pretty easy. The results were pretty good for the most part. For the most part, they were pretty good. Maybe I can journal about that in my one of those journals. In some journal or another. I know I'm making a Halloween journal, but I don't know. I feel like I want to make another fall journal. But fall journaling is going to be done in a couple of days because I got to work on my December daily. So I don't know. I don't know. Whatever you do, it's all good. Isn't that cute? It looks nice with this little thing up here too. A little collage on this tag. All kinds of things on there. Alright, that looks like it's coming off too. Now, as much glue as I use on everything, there's always a corner peeking up. So what do you say? One more thing, one more thing, one more thing. Well, if I moved along a little faster, but that defeats the whole purpose. Okay, we'll let that one dry. Now I got 4 on the floor. I only got 1 left that hasn't been journaled in today. And I believe this is the... Is this the second one? Yeah. I made the middle one, I think, last. And this one I actually used papers that I played with. Crayons, I believe these were watercolor crayons or something. Oh, that reminds me, I had one of these sitting here. Where is it? Oh, I'll find it after. Oh, here it is. Dolores gave me this die, and I want to put this in my journal. I was playing with these the other day. I want to make some more of those. I love those. I love those. So I need one little skinny, tiny, tall thing to put in here. This has got pretty papers and painty papers that I made. Pretty flowers. And a lot of these are pockets. And this is my tub of trash. And there is a whole lot in here. A whole lot, a whole lot. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. And I betcha I can just glue this in here. And look how fun that is. Look how fun that is. And then that's probably enough for tonight. I know, I seem like I don't do a lot. And then I could just sit here and I'll just trash and trash and trash, but that does not help me get my video uploaded. So I will stick this piece in, and then all the trashies will be down on the floor drying until the next trash session. I may have to organize some of this trash a little better. Maybe I'll do that while I'm putting away the Halloween stuff. I think I'm done with Halloween. Not fall, but Halloween. Okay, I had the perfect spot for this. I need to remember to put those little clips on here. Okay, it was past that. Is it here? Was it here? Okay, it doesn't quite go to the top. Top says total, but that's okay. We'll let that stay like that, and we'll just put that on there because I just like the way it looked. Okay, now I will let that dry and put that up there, and now everything's down on the floor. And the desk is a mess, and the floor is a mess, and I had a happy time, and I want to thank you for coming along today. And if you would like to join us, hashtag Trash Trash Tuesday. When you are working in your trashy, put that hashtag on there. And you can join the little family of trashies. Thanks for coming along today, and I hope you're working on your trashy. Bye-bye.